Hi everyone, Deathclaw Girl here, and welcome to another one of my videos. You can help support this channel by subscribing and liking, and by grabbing some of my free ebooks and audiobooks. The link's in the description. And now to this video. In this video I'm doing another tour and location of a map location. We're going to be at Nuka-Cola World. In this episode I'll be covering two pretty cool camp locations. I'll also be talking about the events that are here, and then I'll be taking a complete tour of Nuka-Cola World. It's definitely one of the places you want to have marked on your camp, just because it is a free fast travel point. Alright, and before we get to that, if you haven't heard, I have dropped a Fallout 76 TV series. There's 3 episodes already. Also done 2 gamer recipe shows, and I've just dropped a Bohemian Rhapsody Fallout 76 version parody, beta version, number 1. It's also out there, so check the links in the description for those. And now let's get started. So, Nuka-World On Tour is basically in the ash heap. To find it, here is Vault 76. You're just basically going to go south. And it is right here, very close to Lewisburg Station, the burning mine, and the labor camp. Now there are 4 events that happen here, so you can always get a ride by actually coming to one of the events and getting the marker location that way. Most Wanted, Spin the Wheel, Tunnel of Love, and Seismic Activity. All these are events that occur here. Also, I will have timestamps because this video will be extremely long. So I'll start out with the camps and then come back and take a tour of the location. There is actually lots and lots to do here. So the first thing I'm going to do is take you to this camp that I have built very north of the Rollins labor camp. It's a pretty cool location, so let's go there first. I just show you camp locations in case you're wanting, spread your wings, go someplace else. Since I think you're allowed 2 camps for free. I think it's a total of, let me go real quick. I think I have the maximum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can buy up to 5 slots. So you get the first 2 free. And whoa. This is yeah. This is actually a crane that is part of the labor camp, so I'm actually going to see if I can jump without getting this guy to notice me and see if I can land on my house. I do have a jetpack, so see if I can get enough oomph. Oh, I made it. Okay, this is the woodland retreat. I was able to place it at this camp. Let me get down off of it. I floated it though, so you can see here is the back area. So it is floating, so all the entrances are actually up in the air. I did build a stairs. I don't know if it's tall enough for someone who has a regular jump. I think they're going to need a marsupial before they can get in, but you could probably finagle it a little bit more. It probably just needs to be backed up a bit, or the circle of the camp to be altered, but let's see. The camp machine is, let's see, where did I end up putting it? Up top. But that doesn't matter. I'll show you where I actually placed it. Let me see. You're going to want to place it high so that you can build all the way into the attic with the woodland retreat. The height, since the woodland retreat is actually 4 stories, it goes above the bubble if you put your machine at ground level. So you need to put it up about 4 to 5 feet above where you're going to build it. So about here on this mountain would be a good place to actually put it so that you can then build the camp over there. Again, it's going to take some finagling. But I picked this location. 1, it's very close to Blood Eagles. The Blood Eagles camp is right there. So if you're wanting to, loot the area or hunt blood eagles, they're there. But this is pretty cool. Now, if you don't do the Woodland Retreat, yes, you can finagle your camp to include this to where you can build inside of this, what is it called? For the crane, it is, I don't remember. It's not a dipper. Anyway, it's the thing that it's called a scoop. The thing that scoops dirt. But yeah, you can incorporate this. You cannot incorporate the crane. I think you could in the past when it was a standalone. I don't think the camp was always here, but I could be wrong. But this is the only place close to include a piece of the crane that you can build. Otherwise, yeah, the crane's off limits because it's actually a map marker. All right, I'm going to go to I forgot the other point. This is also a pretty cool location. You can move down a little bit if you want to incorporate an NPC. There's always going to be an NPC here. They usually are going for the gold, a couple gold places. So you can actually move it over a little bit more or just kind of leave it there to where the NPC is just a little ways down. All right, now let's go to the second camp. Again, like I said, I will have timestamps just in case you're not interested in the actual camp sites. All right, this next place is going to be here's this red building. It is the Mount Blair Workshop, but there's these mountains, and this is where the next one's going to be. This time I incorporated the bell tower because you're going to want a small building probably for here. And of course, I just make these real quick. You can probably finagle it a little bit, but there's the bell tower, but this is what's pretty cool. These are here. So if you're wanting something with a little bit of character, here's one location. I try to put it on the top. I wish they would let us go into the camera mode to place these camp machines, because yeah, it's sometimes hard. So, but that's if you ever watch these, yes, allow us to go into camera mode to place the camp machines. So this is one, has this thing, this dump truck and a little tiny machine down there. It has some pipes up here, and of course this is where I put the bell tower. I think this came out last year. Pretty cool, huh? Now there is another location. If you're just wanting some fire, you can build here too. Incorporate this burning area. These are pretty cool. Now do know you will take damage from the fire. So do know that. And that is actually it for the camp. So let's go back to Nuka-Cola World and get exploring. There is actually unique food that can be found at Nuka-Cola World. And one of my favorite pastries is here, and that's where we'll start. I believe there is only one location that you drop for the fast travel, and it's always here. So this is where we're going to start the tour. So behind me, where I started the video, we have Betty Hill. She is a trader. Looks like she deals mostly in food, and she also does have the YAO GUAI pastry for sale. It'll give you, I have carnivore, so it has doubled, but it will give you, for everyone else who does not have carnivore, a carry weight of 30. If you have herbivore, this pastry I don't think will work for you. It's considered a meat pastry, I believe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So for herbivore, 0, it's not going to help you at all. Everyone else, 30, and carnivores, it's going to give you a 60 carry weight. But what's great about this location, we do have hot dogs, and we have 3 of these YAO GUAI pastries back here, and 3 of the caramel MUTFRUIT. 2 sugars, and this is, I think, the only cooking station at this location. So remember this, if you need a cooking stove, something to cook, this is the location. Let me quickly now show you the food. So as I said, the pastry, there's the YAO GUAI pastry. I picked up a hot dog. Again, I have carnivore, so I think everything is doubled or better, so this might be off for you if you don't have carnivore. And again, herbivore, you won't get anything off of here. And the MUTFRUIT, I do get a, let me eat it, make sure I have carnivore. It's a half hour. The hot dog, and let me go ahead and eat the pastry. Pastry's nice. It gives you an hour of the carry weight. The hot dog is also another half hour. And the MUTFRUIT, there might be more on the MUTFRUIT. Since I have carnivore, maybe it's not showing up, so I might need to investigate it. I'll try to put notes in the description on what these foods normally give everyone, since I might be off because I do have the carnivore. I'll try to remember to do that. If you don't see it in the description, definitely ask for it. Alright, so, but since a lot of people know about this location, these items might have already been farmed, so yeah, they might not be here. So up to 3 hot dogs, 3 pastries, 3 of the caramel MUTFRUIT. There's always a nuka-cola. It could be just a glass bottle or any of the variants that will spawn is here. This is the Tunnel of Love, but I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to show you the other food location. So all you do is, as you're facing this, you're going to go off to the right to this path. You're going to follow it all the way up here to this location. So we have Carnival Pie. So this is a pie location if no one has hunted here or farmed. There is Nuka-DOG. Now some food will basically annihilate the effects of other ones if they're very similar. We also have fried roach, scorpion kebab, gulper stuffed foot, and fried scorpion on a stick. Alright, now we'll do, let's see, was it a corn? I was going to do the dog first because it's going to, I think, annihilate, because the original dog, Nuka-DOG, oh here it is. Alright, it is a max HP and HP. So 60-60. The other dog has the same. So the regular hot dog has the same. So basically when I eat this, the hot dog's going to disappear and all I'm going to have is the Nuka-DOG. So if it's HP, and you eat the same type of food, it annihilates. You don't get double. Hopefully I explained that decently. Alright. Now this one is strength. This is the foot. This one is AG. This is also AG, so I'm not going to eat it because it's going to basically annihilate the tail that I just ate. Here's the pie. It is another HP, so it should kill the dog. And let's see. Yes, the hot dog is gone. So now you see the pie. You see the scorpion on a stick is the AG6. Now some things are only for a few seconds, and that's why you're seeing some of the effects disappear. The gulper foot is a strength. So even if it's not a strength of 4, if it's anything that says strength, it's going to kill the stuffed foot. Okay, so now you can see, now these are pretty good. They're also an hour. So the scorpion on the stick now I'll go ahead and eat the fried roach on a stick. It's going to annihilate the scorpion. It is also an hour. Just be aware, like I said, don't eat them at the same time. Hold on to them. Put them in your freezer, your cryo freezer, your little refrigerator, or just, if you're in a private world, just don't grab them. They'll stay there till you come back and grab them. Alright, so these are really cool foods that you could possibly grab from Nuka-Cola World. Alright, now I'll do the events. And since we're here, this Nuka launcher is a roller coaster, and this is where seismic activity takes place. You'll have a bunch of mole miners show up, and then you're going to have a giant, I think it's a queen mole rat, and she's huge. I think she is the biggest boss so far. I don't think they have brought in one that's any bigger. So she's actually, I think, larger than the Scorch Beast Queen. And then we got these little stands. So let's explore them. Looks like nothing in that one. Nothing in these two stands. Also, there'll be giant crystals when the event is going on. I think at the beginning, I think one of the things you're supposed to do is destroy the crystals, if I remember right. You can get on the launcher, the roller coaster. You can walk it. I don't believe there's anything over here to actually grab, but let's make sure. Oh, there is a drill, and probably a drill and some sort of sledgehammer. I find that the drill is not that great of a weapon. It is a funny weapon, though. Just because it's not that great of a weapon. The chainsaw is much, much better. Alright, so that was the roller coaster. Let's finish up these little stands over here. So you have a little picnic table, a couple chairs, bathroom stalls. Nothing in them. Then you got these this side. Some of these you can go in, some of them you can't. Alright, you do have a refrigerator, possibly some food. This cash register looks like it will have money in it. Again, anything inside containers is a random spawn, so it might not always be there. This door works. I had to squat down for some reason. There's a bunch of glass. There's a stem pack. Glass bottles. There's actually a cola. And we have at least one cola in this one. Should always spawn there. More money. You're looking for money. So that is under the Nuka one. The regular cola. And yeah, it's a bit of trouble getting in here. So those are random spawns. Looks like that's it on this one. That was the quantum. Now we're starting over. This is the second. Yeah, it's not letting me get in here really easily. Another cola, some glass bottles, food. Ooh, there's two colas in this one. Let me remind you one more time. Someone could have already farmed this location. And then the second cola over, there is a table with, looks like, two possible colas. Those were actually cherry. I don't know if they're always the same when they spawn. Well, the recipe in that one. So we got a cola on top. And there you go. So these are possible spawn locations for cola. This is the one I started at, but this is the last one. So we got 2 first aid kits. And that seems to be all that's in this. Alright, let's head out. I'm going to go back out of the entrance because there's a couple more things to cover. Of course, there could be possibly colas here. Yeah, looks like. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. For when you're needing them for score. So here is the entrance by the food. I'm going to go to the other. Oh, and you can see if you're tall enough. Wait a second, let's see if I'm tall enough. Okay. Oh, yes, I am at least 4 or 5 inches tall enough. Awesome. I can ride the launcher. Alright, I'm going to the other entrance exit. I'm going to take it so that you can see there's multiple ways to get here. Oh, I think you don't have to go to the back. You just hit the pose. It automatically does it. Then you just need to go into camera mode. There are a couple of these throughout the site. I'll be showing them to you. So yeah, if you're with a group of people, that might be fun, something fun to do. If you're needing pictures. Alright, down the path. Another possible location. Looks like there's just glass bottles in it this time. But here is the Tunnel of Love that I talked about. And here is the fast travel point, just for reference. So the Tunnel of Love is to the left. And yes, you can go inside it when the activity is not going on. We got a lantern out here. Nothing scrappable there. So, oh, and a glass bottle. We got another lantern. Those are, I think, oil. That's why I usually grab them. Always seem to be short on the oil. Yeah, it gets you 2 oils for those. That's not too bad. So here is the entrance. Just go up to it. Now, during the event, you're going to be facing off. There's mole miners, mostly mole rats. A Deathclaw will appear at some point. So basically, yeah, this is a ride that you can't ride. But let's check out what is lootable in here while the event's not going on. Or even after the event, you can come and loot this area. So here's an armor bench. That lamp is not accessible. I think that's steel and lead. Let me see. Oh no, you do get oil from it. Ooh, I'll have to remember that from the paint. So we got mop, steel, paint buckets, turpentine. Another area to explore, but let's finish the other side of it. So the swan is holding a, can I get in here? I think you have to jump. Let's see, does this work? Does it look like I'm in the ride? Somewhat, not completely, only somewhat. But you can probably pile a couple people in there. Alright, ticket area. So is this, yep. Glowing fungus is harvestable. Let's see if this side is. So you got at least 2 locations. I believe you go in here and this is how you actually start the event. So the event will trigger. People will start gathering. Give people enough time to gather because you do want at least 4 or 5 people here just to make it easy to do this event. Because it is pretty much all over the place. I don't think you can grab the baseball player. No, looks like no. But there is a glove and a ball. A couple steel items, water, desk fan, toilet paper, another clipboard, more metal. So again, if you're doing it a solo, oop, we got a responder. If I get kicked off, this will be a 2-parter. I did. I'm going to 2-part this. Alright, Deathclaw Girl here. I'm back for part 2 of the Nuka-World On Tour and location. I believe nope, I did end off at the ticket location in the Tunnel of Love, so we're still at the beginning. So now we're going to go through the Tunnel of Love. And you see, it's a ride, so it has a bunch of these. You can kind of actually see these photographs if you want to come take a look. Those are pretty cool. And as I said, when the Tunnel of Love event is going on, there will be mole miners through here that you need to take on. Little camera location. Of course, this was back in the 1950s. So I imagine a person actually manned the photograph station. Caution rocks. What is funny is they built this ride inside an area that, yeah, rocks could fall on the people taking a ride. Now, I've gone into sneak mode. I don't remember if there are any, I think there isn't. I'm going to go back and not do sneaking. But anyway, so we had an armor bench in the earlier section, Here is a weapons bench, another armor bench, quite a few things that you can scrap or resell. Tape. This looks like a cool weapon, but no, you can't pick it up. That is the drill that we need as a weapon, not that little handheld one. This is a two-handed like drill thing. Alright. And then we got this middle section that, yeah, basically has a it's like it used to take electricity. I don't think it's a shaft. It doesn't look like it goes down very far, and it doesn't look like it goes off. So it must have had a different purpose. That's what I always thought it was an elevator, but I don't think that's what it is. During the event, back here, a Deathclaw will spawn. Here is its nest. Ooh, cutting fluid and a lamp. So you might check the nest if you're not in the event. Oh, there's two sections of the nest to check out. Cutting fluid is actually something you can make in the game. It's considered junk, but it gives you like 3 oil. It's very costly in scrapping material to make the cutting fluid. So basically, if you have fallout first and have a surplus, yeah, it might be worth getting the cutting fluid map. So this is the wedding chapel area. This is also a part of the event. You'll have to come up here for a couple things to do. See if there's anything else lootable. I'm going to come down that way, otherwise we're going to continue down the tracks. One of the things that you do during the event is mend tracks, so you definitely want to know where the tracks are. So here they are, pretty plain to see. Oh, awesome. Looks like we'll be getting some carbon monoxide poisoning while we're down here, besides worrying about rocks falling on us. Let's see if these are lootable. Yep. Looks like at least one. It looks like there's just one up there. More photos to look at. So yeah, more of the caution of rocks. Awesome that they built a ride back here. Let's see if these are openable. Ah, hello, can I take you? No, he's busy. He won't be able to go with you. Breathe easy, respirator. Awesome, we need respirators, which they never handed out during the ride. Isn't that awesome? Maybe you could purchase them. I don't know, back then when they actually had the ride. Alright, this is the up section that I pointed to. I said I would be coming down. So the track actually goes in a circle. And I believe this is another Deathclaw location. So here is the nest. Does it have 2 like the other one? Looks like it's just lootable by 1. You can grab a cracked egg. I don't know if it's good for anything. There's a lot of glowing fungus up here to loot. And again, during the event, this place will be swarmed with mole miners. So Tunnel of Love is a great place to farm or hunt mole miners if you're needing it for score or for some type of scrapping material that the mole miners have. And that is the entire tour of Tunnel of Love. Again, there's that up area. There is that workbench area. Here is the tunnel I came up from the entrance and the area where I thought was an elevator, but I'm not sure now. I'm going to fast travel back to Nuka-World On Tour. So that way I don't have to run the length and I'll already be outside. And I already have to do the transitioning screen. So it actually ends up being faster because here's the transition screen when you leave the Tunnel of Love. Alright, so that was the Tunnel of Love. There's that trader lady. I missed another trader, so let me go back. So when you go up this path, when you're going to go hunt for the food, off to your right is a medical guy.
Gotta do everything myself.
Yeah, and so he'll have some medical supplies if you ever are in need of medical supplies. And up here is another crafting station. So we got a tinker, weapons, armor, chemistry. There will be another, oh, there's a teddy bear. If you need a random teddy bear or a shovel. Looks like duffel bags looks like only one of them is going to have lootable ammo. So there's that. Let me run back now. So here is the fast travel point. You can see a Nuka-Cola World on Tour tent. That is where Spin the Wheel is going to take place. So they have the old like tiger cages that circuses used to use. I think this is actually one that you can acquire the plan and build at your camp or workshop or shelter. And here is Spin the Wheel. So basically you have to keep paying attention to the upper right hand corner of your screen during Spin the Wheel. If you're only playing with a few people, because you got to make sure someone comes back in here. I think you have to keep smacking the button, but it'll tell you to do it. And then there are random things that can happen during the, I'm seeing if you can pick these balls up. No. During the event, I don't know how, I think there's maybe around 10 different things, but only maybe 5 of them happen per event. Yeah, you can have snallygasters arrive, Deathclaws, you might need to chase some chickens. That one's funny. Alright, so there is Tunnel of Love. Here is the road that runs through the Nuka-Cola World on Tour. Here is one of the exit entrances. So we're going to go in this little building, and it looks like there is nothing. You do have scaffolding. So if you want to, you can actually come, if there's a lot of people, during the event and get up on the tent and fight from the top. If you're a sniper, if you're a power armor build or a melee build, yeah, you might want to just stay on the ground. But if you do get on the tent, you will miss some of the events that are going on inside. Alright, this is the scaffolding we started on. When I got up to the tent, we're going to go back down it. During the Spin the Wheel event, there are 3 things that you're protecting. It's going to be these bottles. There's 3 in all, so here is yellow one. So yeah, when creatures come, I don't think the chickens attack, but when the monsters or creatures come, they're going to be attacking these different bottles. I'll show them to you as I go around the tent. So here is a lootable toolbox. You got a trailer here. If the event is not going on, you can get some rest. The lantern is not collectible. Bottle, ashtray, some stuff in there, bottle. All right. Now this particular trailer you're going to want to pay attention to because it is the only location that you can get well-tuned. Well-tuned helps your AP regeneration, action points, and that's what you use when you run and shoot or attack things in a melee build. So you do 30 seconds. Also, this particular Nuka-Lele can be built in a shelter, camp, or workshop. I am trying to remember. I don't know. I think this is a plan you can get at Nuka-Cola World, or it's a plan that drops during a reward, like the events rewards. I'll have to look that up because I don't remember. But if you're unfamiliar, here is Well Tuned. It gives you a 1 hour AP regeneration of plus 25. Again, a bed. Now, I think if you sleep off-site, I'm going to test this real quick. I think if you sleep off-site, in other words, not at your camp, not at your shelter, and not at your workshop, I don't think you get as much benefit, but you do get some benefit. So I believe you get the well-rested at your camp, shelter, or workshop. You might get well-rested at a teammate's equal, your camp or shelter. But I think if you do any place else, Also, I gotta do a test on the tent. I thought the tent, your own personal tent, I didn't think it gave you as much. I have to do another test on that. It's been a while since I've actually slept in one of my Fallout first tents. Alright, let's look at the effects real quick. Well tuned, well rested. Nope, it's exactly the same. Huh. Okay, so Fallout 76 doesn't have that different that some of the other games have. Well, now I know. So you still get the 2 hours of plus 5% experience points, which helps you level up. I just learned something today. Alright, toolbox. Another cage. Now this cage only has a bowl. It has some ammo. Bear trap. Yep, you can get hurt by that. Let's see, are these farmable? Nope. Looks like once was a pigsty or a little thing for some type of farm animal. And here is spin the wheel tent one more time. We're going to go on the other side of it. So another cage, trailer. Let's see if there's anything lootable over here. So here is the blue bottle that you have to protect. And there's a red one. Where is he? I think he's on this side. So the yellow was on the back side. And here is the red one. So he's somewhat tricycle. No, unicycle. One wheel. Here's the red guy. He's somewhat in the tent. The other two are they are outside the tent. Alright, so let's see if there's anything lootable in these structures. Looks like glass bottles. Maybe something in the refrigerator at the first quantum. Not much on the actual table. Here's the second one. Maybe some pre-war money. We got our first actual cola. Looks like it's in the second quantum. And there's another possible cola in the last cola one. Alright. Scary, fun, weird. Okay, again, that's Tunnel Up, and that's the free fast travel point. Spin the wheel tent. And then over in this direction is basically everything you're going to need but a cooking station. Remember where I showed you the cooking station? Alright, this is where you can trade in your legendary items you don't want for script. And then you can turn that script in later for modules, legendary modules that you can use to try and roll the dice on your own legendary weapons and armor. Weapons bench, tinker, armor, chemistry. Up here, scrapping box, ammo box for Fallout First members, power armor station, and your builds. Stash box. Over here, if you're needing some water, that is dirty water. Decent sized wad of money. Probably only, see, I don't know if it's that big. Junk. Yeah, it's just one. That looked like a wad to me, right? Oh, here are some more of those posing things. I won't do all three. Actually, the camera's... Oh, there I go. I got stuck. So you got this one, and this one. So you can actually get 3 people here at a time. So a reference, this is the path that goes to the tent for spin the wheel. The path takes you up to here. There's this ride, looks like little rockets, bottle rockets of the Nuka-Cola. This dirty water thing is called MUTFRUIT bobbing. There's that workbench. This is the arcade, the Nuka Arcade. This is something you're going to, oh, and here is someone to interact with. But you actually, you got to have a cap. Let me get my weapon out. So you spin a cap on these rides. And there, I got a score. And it gave me 101 Nuka points, which you come over to these machines. Prize terminal. These are things you're definitely going to come check out. Now you got your basic, yeah, not really big deal stuff. But then you have, this is where you get the mutated goldfish plan. You can get a t-shirt, a snow globe plan, a commie whacker, that's a useless weapon. Rounds, baseball, okay, but let's go to the next level, 3. Thirst Zapper, that starts out, that's just a squirt gun. But it becomes the most OP weapon that you could ever own. If you want to know more about the Thirst Zapper, definitely throw it in the comments. I got a perfect video for you. It shows you how to make the overpowered weapon out of this little squirt gun. Alright, we got a jumpsuit. This ammo is for that OP Thirst Zapper weapon, but you gotta do a lot to it before you start using the cola version or any of the other ammo. Let's go down to the 4th level. So this is a camp item. It's speakers. Ah, here it is. The Nuka-Lele, what I was playing earlier. This is where you get the plan. Here is ammo. So yeah, this is the most powerful of the 3 ammos. You get nuka-cola, cherry, or quantum. Again, that video I'm talking about will explain a little bit more about it. I don't want to go into a lot of details. But this is where you get the schematics to create that OP weapon. And then, of course, you got the Wakakami plan, Nuka Zapper Race. I think that's one of the games back here. Bottle Blaster and Bandit. Yeah, these are going to be some of the games I'm going to next. Let's see. This one was called... doesn't give me a name. Okay. Can you play? I was thinking you could play the Wakakami, but maybe not. And here are, in the past, the plans and stuff that you're working for prizes. And here is... ah, here we go. This is the Bandit Roundup. There's 2 of those. This is the Nuka Zapper, those plans I was showing you. And this must be the 3rd plan. So, you don't, if you get these plans, you still can earn points even in your camp for these items to work towards this. I found this was the fastest one to do to earn the plans. I'm not going to do these games because they do take forever, but little things come out and you do just shoot them as they come out, and at the end of the game they give you points. This one, I don't remember. Either they give you a squirt gun that you use, or you use your weapon again to shoot the little circle and try to beat out everybody else that may or may not be playing with you. Alright, again, this is the Nuka-Cade. Definitely a place you want to come, just for that weapon schematic plan, for that OP weapon I'm referring to. Alright, here's another trader. Now, she has the bottle balloon and cappy balloon plan. She has a one-eye souvenir bear. She has some of these souvenir glasses. That one's cool. This cow magnet. Now, sadly, right now, I wish Bethesda would create wall plates and floor plates to where you can place junk. That way you can display them. Like if I had a bowl like this and I wanted to put it in the kitchen, I would just put the little floor disc on the counter, and then I could place one item on that disc just for decoration. Here's one of the, you can buy this souvenir sloth toy. Again, you can display it in any of the displays, but it will not go just on the ground. So this is considered junk. So if you do buy anything, make sure you stash these in your stash box in case, so you don't accidentally junk them. Paddle ball string, if you're really into that weapon. I've never actually messed with it. There's that weapon. It's a damage of, looks like 2. Yeah, maybe one day for fun, maybe I'll mess with the paddle ball. Okay, again, crafting area, Nuka-Cade. Usually where that trader bot is, and then down, oh, this is someone else you can interact with. You can also interact with this guy. And I showed you this person before. And there, I think, is one person over here to interact with, if you've not come here before. Alright, so now we're going to be checking out these structures. This one is not openable, but this one has Brahmin burgers. Lots of them. Alright, they give you not much. Looks like HP for about a minute. So they're not as nice as those other. Then the second building over, you're going to have the stand with, I think, up to 3 Nuka-Colas. I don't know if they're random or not. You can go in. There's a refrigerator with a cash register. Does seem to have pre-war money. But you want to know about this place because you can buy Nuka-Colas. So if you got the caps and you want to quickly get Nuka-Colas for your score or something like that, or you just like using them all the time, this is one of the places to know. Bubbles at White Springs is the other place to know, because people can't farm these. I think it has to do with what you buy. So if you buy these, then they won't be here until they reset. But it doesn't have to do with other players buying it, just you. Alright, and then back here. I took them all out. The balloons do work. Do have a stem pack, a metal plate, another cash register. Baskets. Back soon, another cash register. Looked like didn't have anything. Back soon, rings, and a bunch of toilets, which I don't think there's anything in. But let's double check. And no. Alright, tuck my weapon. Alright, so we just went that way. Now we're going to go up this way. There is another character to interact. And here is the location of the game Most Wanted. And you actually have to interact with him to get the game going. There's a couple notes for you to read. Binoculars. Binoculars in Fallout 76 are functional. If you don't have a scope yet, you can use them to see far away. Not as good as some of the high-tech scopes, but these are still pretty good until you get a scope. Alright, during the Most Wanted event, it's going to be nothing but robots. So if you're needing to farm robots, this is an event you definitely want to do. So the event has to do with coming up to these machines and interacting with them. And then coming to the center and depositing what you've gathered. And then later on you will be protecting this stagecoach from, I think it's this one. a sentry bot will be coming out. That is the boss. Otherwise, I think it's all the other, yeah, there's many different types of robots that come out during this one. But these little stations that you interact with are all over the place. Now there's also safes. I think you get more of the, I don't know if it's tickets or points. I can't remember that part. But here is what the area looks like. Buildings you can go in, find more of the safes. Even the coffin has a safe. And here is one of the exit entrances into Nuka-Cola World. There is train up there. Water tower. Actually, it's not a tower. It's the water thing for the train. I don't think those are called towers. And then, of course, quite a bit of stuff back here. Gel. More of these people to interact with. Now, once you interact with one of these during the game, it's going to take a while before it will reset, so you do need to take off and run and find another one. Maybe find about 6 or 7 in a row to interact with, and then you can just start over. Or just randomly run around. Okay. Oh, and this back here on the top, that's actually something you could get. I don't know that you can get it anymore. Maybe it will recycle through the atomic shop. But it was from the season that actually had Nuka-Cola World. Oh, I know. It's a reward that drops. Yes, that's what it is. So doing any 4 of the events, Most Wanted, Spin the Wheel, Tunnel of Love, or Seismic Activity, you will get a random Nuka-Cola. If you succeed in the event with the other players, you will get probably... Okay, let me think about that. There's a chance that you can get a plan. I think you always get a legendary weapon, and then there's a chance that you'll get a plan. So try, if you've not done any of the Nuka-Cola World, definitely just start doing the events as they drop. And then, of course, you can work on the arcade and get some of those other plans that you don't have. This place is just so cool, just because there is lots and lots to do between the 4 events and working at the arcade to work on those other events. And the unique plans you can get from some of these vendors. And the food. I love this pastry. Alright, let me think. Make sure I covered everything. And one more time. Nuka-Cola World is a free fast travel point. So it is a good location just to know, because 1, it has all the crafting that you need, including the Fallout First scrapper box and ammo box. It also is very close to all the ash heap locations. There is a secondary free fast travel point, which is the Rusty Pick. Has Murphy, who has all those legendary items for sale. Sometimes she has sales on her sales. But Welch is a good location. We also have this giant Mount Blair workshop. There's just lots and lots here. But again, just get this location on your map, because it is one of the free fast travel points. That way you don't always have to waste all your caps, especially if you're low level and don't have a lot of caps to begin with. Alright, I think I have covered everything. At least I didn't get booted out a second time. Alright, well that's it for me. Deathclaw Girl out. Again, this is Nuka-Cola World on Tour. Location in the ash shape. Lots to do here. Definitely a place you want to come visit if you haven't already done so. Is there any map locations you'd like me to do a torn location on? Throw it in the comments. Or if you have any questions about Nuka-Cola World on Tour, throw them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll check you guys later. Happy gaming. Happy exploring.